Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mississinewa High School for tonight's girls' consolation game between the visiting Madison Grant Lady Argyles, and I believe it will be the home team on the scoreboard, the Eastbrook Lady Panthers. Again this morning, Mississinewa somehow, someway snuck away with the victory, defeating the Panthers by a final score. I had it somewhere here and I lost it. But anyway, Mississinewa defeats Eastbrook this morning, and then Oak Hill sneaking away with a 10-point victory, 34-24 over the Madison Grant Argyles. But here tonight, we have, in the consolation game, we've got the Madison Grant Argyles and the Eastbrook Lady Panthers. Coming up in the championship game, we will have the Mississinewa Indians and the Oak Hill Lady Eagles. So 7 minutes away, and we will tip things off from Gas City. Test check 1 2. Test check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grant 4 live here from Mississinewa High School. This is the 2020 Grant 4 tournament. Game number 1 was this morning, which featured the Eastbrook Lady Panthers and the Mississinewa Lady Indians, and the Lady Indians sneaking away with a 4-point victory over the Lady Panthers earlier this morning. Game number 2 featured the Madison Grant Lady Argyles and the Oak Hill Lady Eagles. Oak Hill running away with a 10-point victory over the Lady Argyles earlier today. That's where we stand here tonight in the consolation game. Madison Grant trails Eastbrook 32-24, 2:53 left to go in the consolation game. Coming up next is the championship game for the 2020 Grant 4 champion. You will have the Oak Hill Lady Eagles, your defending Grant 4 champs, and the Mississinewa Lady Indians, who look to pick up their first Grant 4 title in almost 20 years. So once again, Dalton Bishop alongside Riley Fuquay, who will join me in just a few moments. 2:53 left to go in the consolation game. It is the Eastbrook Lady Panthers 32, the Madison Grant Lady Argyles 25. We will come back at the conclusion of this game and kick things off with our Meyer pregame show as we set you up for tonight's championship matchup with the Oak Hill Lady Eagles and the Mississinewa Indians. That comes up at the conclusion of this consolation game. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Consolation game is wrapping up, and the Eastbrook Lady Panthers will come away with a win. They will defeat the Madison Grant Lady Argyles by a final score of 36-27. The Lady Panthers go to 1-1 on the day. Unfortunately for the Lady Argyles, they end their day 0-2. The Meyer pregame show is set to kick off. It will be the Oak Hill Lady Eagles, the defending Grant 4 champs, and the Mississinewa Lady Indians, who look to pick up their first Grant 4 championship in almost 20 years. Dalton Bishop with you here tonight. Be on the call for tonight's Grant 4 championship matchup. We've got a nice Meyer pregame show planned for you. We've got a nice postgame show as well planned. We will talk to the winning coach, winning players. We'll talk to our star of the game, our sub of the game, our hottest player of the game. We will talk to the Grant 4 champions at the conclusion of tonight's Grant 4. Again, welcome to Mississinewa High School for the 2020 Grant 4 tournament. We'll get you set up. When we come back, we will take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and walk you through how we got to tonight's championship. That comes your way next in 2 minutes. This is the 2020 Grant 4 championship game live from Mississinewa High School. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School as we get set to kick off our Meyer pregame show and the championship game of the 2020 Grant 4 tournament. Hello once again, welcome to Mississinewa High School. Dalton Bishop alongside Riley Fuquay. And Riley, it's been a full day of girls basketball here at Mississinewa High School, and we're down now to 2 teams playing for the Grant 4 championship.
Yeah, these 2 teams have earned their way here by winning their first round matchups in the morning, and now they are here, and this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, and speaking of the games this morning, we'll get you set up on how we got to the championship. So this morning in the first game, it was Mississinewa taking on Eastbrook in a game that went back and forth and all the way down to the wire. And the Lady Indians battled through the adversity and picked up the win 44-40. The second game featured the Oak Hill Lady Eagles and the Madison Grant Lady Argyles in a game that was close up until about 4 minutes left to go. And Oak Hill was able to come away with a 10-point win over the Lady Argyles, and that's where we stand as we get set up here for tonight's championship game. Of course, Eastbrook just defeated Madison Grant in the consolation game by a final score of 37-26. So Eastbrook 1-1 on the day, Madison Grant 0-2 And Riley, something that stands out to me about this game, Oak Hill, the defending Grant 4 champions, Mississinewa hosting the Grant 4 and looking to pick up their first Grant 4 championship in almost 20 years.
Yeah, that is a big, big gap between a Grant 4 championship, and this would be a great win for the Mississinewa Indians, as Oak Hill actually defeated them here at home a couple weeks back, and so just to get that win back and get back into the win column.
Speaking of that game a couple of weeks ago, it was here at Mississinewa. That was the first game that Mississinewa had played since losing Kaylee Bolser with a broken hand. She will be out for the rest of the season, I would assume. Elena Webb went down with a concussion the same game Bolser broke her hand. So you were without Kaylee Bolser and Elena Webb, which changes your offensive game plan, because those are two people that can really score the basketball.
Yeah, they really had some struggles that game, but they fought to the best of their ability and proved that they, not with their two superstars, that they can be a good team, but now with Elena Webb back tonight, they are going to be in good shape.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Elena Webb, a game this morning where she kind of struggled putting the ball in the basket, and every time I've had the chance to watch Elena play, she will have a game like that and then come out the very next game and just light the nets up. So if you're a Lady Indian fan or even a fellow player or coach, you hope that that's what happens here tonight, is Elena Webb can get going, because you look at the other side of the court and you've got a girl who's probably arguably the best girls basketball player in Grant County, and Taylor Westgate. Man, she is a phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah, phenomenal basketball player by Oak Hill. She's had a great 4 years as she took her Lady Eagles to the state championship last year and won, and now Mississinewa is just looking to get this win.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal to think about that a team from Grant County and the CIC won the girls' state championship last year, and like you said, that was Taylor Westgate leading the way for the Lady Eagles. And not only do they have Taylor Westgate, they've got Abby Shaw, who can flat shoot it from outside.
Yeah, she, in the last game against Mississinewa, she was letting them go, because Indians actually, without the threat with Bolser, they did a really good job locking up Taylor Westgate, and they just turned to Shaw, and she just shot some up.
And one more player for Oak Hill that I look at is Kate Horniker. She is a junior, and she also brings some size for the Lady Eagles. You've got two girls down low who have the size, and you've got one girl on Mississinewa who is 6 foot. Outside of that, the size for Mississinewa is not there.
Yeah, it's not there with the loss of Kaylee, and just to get that, and it's there, and it's got to be there. But this Mississinewa team can really put some fight up, and I feel like they can give a good fight to the Lady Eagles tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And Todd Law, the coach for Oak Hill, picked up his 300th career win this morning, beating Madison Grant. What a huge accomplishment that is for Coach Law.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. 300 wins with one team is just amazing. And not only that, but he took his Lady Eagles to the state championship 2 years ago and lost, and then last year he won it.
Yeah, so that tells you right there just what you said. He went to the state championship 2 years ago, lost, came back last year, and won it. That just tells you the kind of coach that Todd Law is. He knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, he pushes his girls, and as you can see, they're a really good team led by Taylor Westgate, and it's just going to be a good fight tonight.
Now we switch over and talk about the Mississinewa girls basketball team. As we talked about already, Kaylee Bolser went down with a broken hand. She's been out. Elena Webb just came back a couple of games ago from her concussion. So this Lady Indians basketball team has had to battle through some adversity. And Riley, like you hit it on, these girls continue to put up one heck of a fight.
Yeah, it's not only that we're missing our superstars, but these girls, we're a young team, especially without Bolser, and we lost one of the seniors, and we're just not as strong this year. But these smaller girls and younger girls have come up, and they want to earn their spot and just get some wins on the board for Mississinewa.
Right, you have 3 seniors. That was including Kaylee Bolser. So without Kaylee Bolser, you've got senior Riley McKee and senior Lakin Emmons. Outside of that, you are very strong in your junior and sophomore classes. And, speaking of the seniors, with Kaylee Bolser going down, that means senior Lakin Emmons had to step up and go into a starting role, and I feel like she's really transitioned well into that position.
Yeah, she has. Last year, she decided to take a break from basketball, and just to see her bounce back and make a huge role in this Indian squad is amazing.
So speaking of Lakin, she is one that I kind of watch here tonight in a game that I feel like will come down to defense. Lakin, I feel like she prides herself on the defensive end, and I feel like for the Lady Indians to have to win tonight, she's going to have to stay out of foul trouble and have a good game defensively.
Yeah, foul trouble. We can't get into that very early, and just got to stay patient and not look to foul, but to just put the hand up and hope they miss.
Outside of from Lakin Emmons on the defensive end, you can always talk about Dara Watson defensively, and really this Lady Indian team is strong defensively, but offensively, Dara Watson, since Kaylee Bolser has went down, has really flipped the switch, and she has flat started to score the basketball.
Yeah, she has taken over. She is a pure athlete as she plays volleyball and softball, and just to see her go off and just rile this team into and not only her, but Mia Cady, Riley McKee, they're all good guards that can lead this Indian team very far.
Something that will hurt the Lady Indians is getting Carly Bolser into foul trouble. She got 2 fouls early this morning against Eastbrook, and they kind of struggled when she went to the bench because you lose all of your size. So, again, foul trouble is huge in this game here tonight. You're going to have to keep Carly Bolser off the bench, and she's going to have to stay in the game to be able to guard Taylor Westgate.
Yeah, Taylor Westgate, like we had already talked about, is just a pure animal down below. And just to have a little bit of size is needed tonight for the Indians. And so a very, very necessary player, Carly Bolser, will need to be in this game tonight and not get into foul trouble and just be patient.
And one more thing I want to talk about before we take a break here. We will talk to head coach Laura Friday here in just a few minutes, but I want to talk about Coach Friday here. Here is a lady who came into a coaching role with Omega Tandy kind of leaving late and leaving Coach Friday maybe not the necessary time that she would need to get these girls gelled together and to fit her style of coaching. But what a phenomenal job Coach Friday has done in her first full season at the varsity level as a head coach. She's won some pretty big games. The Lady Indians have a winning record, and guess what? They're going to play for our Grant 4 championship on their home court. What a great job she's done this season.
Yeah, she's done a great job. After last year, she was JV coach, and as Coach Omega Tandy led this team, she just took under her, and man, she's done a great job this year.
Well, we are about 10 minutes away from tip-off. We will take a 60-second timeout, and when we come back, we will hear the comments of head coach Laura Friday as she talks about tonight's Grant 4 championship matchup. It is Todd Law's Oak Hill Lady Eagles against Laura Friday's Mississinewa Indians. We come back with more of the pregame show in 60 seconds. This is the 2020 Grant 4 Championship Live from Mississinewa High School. Pre-game show as we have caught up with Mississinewa head coach Laura Friday. And coach, a hard-fought victory over Eastbrook this morning, and you get Oak Hill here tonight in the championship game. Just kind of walk us through how your game against Eastbrook went and the adversity that you guys fought through and was able to come away with the victory.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough tournament to play in. All these teams have either seen each other once or will see each other a couple times during the season. So the Eastbrook game was really, really tough, and we came out with a hard-fought victory. Our girls finished really, really strong in the fourth quarter, so I'm really proud of them for that. I'm hoping during this Oak Hill game we can have a full game and we can put together 4 full quarters so we can come out with a victory.
You get Oak Hill tonight here in the championship game, a team that beat you on your home floor about 2 weeks ago, and that was the first game without Kaylee Bolser, and Elena Webb was out with a concussion. Elena comes back tonight. How big is that for you and your team?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we were lacking in offense a little bit with Elena and Kaylee out. I think we figured out how to close the gaps without Kaylee in, and now that we have Elena back, we have outside shooters, we have an inside game, so really we're back to a complete team.
I don't know if you had a chance to watch Madison Grant against Oak Hill this morning, but they really held Taylor Westgate way below her average, and I believe she only took 7 shots. What is something that you tell your girls to focus in on to stop Taylor Westgate?
Yeah, they did a really good job. I was here for that game. I mean, she's a great player, and it's hard to stop her, but just putting a chip on your shoulder every single time you're on defense, and that's what we talked about during walkthrough a few minutes ago, just making sure that we're following the game plan and making sure that we're not taking a break when we're on defense. Every single possession needs to be like it's the last one of the season.
It seems like since Kaylee Bolsers went down, Dara Watson probably had her best game of the year against Oak Hill, and it seems like she's really stepped it up to be a vocal leader and a leader on the court. What do you think is clicking for her right now?
I mean, she's just a defensive force for us, truly, and that's what gets her offense going. If she can get a couple stops here and there on defense, then she's making her threes and she's finishing in the lane. So for her, it's just about getting one stop, and then she's ready to go offensively.
It's been about 20 years since the Mississinewa girls basketball team has won a Grant Ford championship. What would it mean for you to win it and win it on your home floor?
I mean, it would be amazing. We want to protect our home floor, and these girls deserve it. The senior class deserves it. The players that have gone out hurt, Kaylee Bolser, Deja Bowser, Elena with her concussions. I mean, our girls work so hard, and they love each other, and they really want to bring this home for us and our seniors.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
We will take a 2-minute timeout, come back, give you our keys to victory on what we think will succeed for the Lady Eagles and what will succeed for the Lady Indians. We'll do that in 2 minutes. This is the 2020 Grant Ford Championship live from Mississinewa High School. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School as we continue with more of our Meyer pregame show. And, well, Riley, we're just a couple of minutes from getting the national anthem break and the starting lineups. And for you, a couple of keys to victory for Oak Hill.
Oak Hill, in this game, as you can see, Mississinewa just doesn't have the size, so they got to go down low. And if they can't get down low early in the game, I think they take a little break from it and they use Shaw and some other guards that they have out there just to get some shots up, or maybe move Taylor Westgate out to the mid-range and keep it away, and then after halftime just go back down and pound it, because Mississinewa does not have the size tonight.
Right, and that leads into my keys to victory for Mississinewa. With you not having the size, you can't get Carly Bolster into foul trouble. And for me, tempo of the game will determine who wins this game for me personally. I think if it's a high-paced, run up and down the floor type of game, I think Mississinewa wins this game. I think if it's a slow down, run your offense type of game, Oak Hill's so fundamentally sound that there's probably not a whole lot of girls that can stop Taylor Westgate in the state of Indiana, let alone a girl who is 6 foot and really, doesn't have the size that Westgate has. So for me, don't get into foul trouble and come out firing, and hopefully you can control the tempo of this game. If not, you could be in bad shape.
Yeah, tempo is a big factor in this game tonight. Like you said, Oak Hill is more of a slow tempo team with Coach Law just disciplining these kids, and then you have this Mississinewa team that has no size, and so they just got to run and gun the whole game and just hope that they discipline themselves and they wait and be patient, and not only that, but they just play their own game and not Oak Hill's game.
Well, again, welcome to Mississinewa High School, Dalton Bishop and Riley Fuqua. We will take a national anthem and starting lineup break, and when we come back, we tip off the 2020 Grant 4 championship game between the Oak Hill Lady Eagles and the Mississinewa Indians. That comes up next. This is the Grant 4 championship live from Mississinewa High School.
Basketball players. Mississinewa Principal Steve Water, Assistant Principals Rachel Resch, and Chad Creek, Athletic Director Chance Young. I'd like to welcome you to Freeburg Court Mississinewa High School. Tonight's championship game in the girls varsity Grant 4 tournament. Sportsmanship is the top priority of CIC at Mississinewa High School. In addition to this athletic event, entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills development of student athletes. Please give these athletes your encouragement and support. Efforts to applaud the talents of all participants is greatly appreciated. Booing, taunting, or intimidating officials, coaches, or athletes is unacceptable and unsportsmanlike. This time we'll honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Also, I'd like to ask everyone to please remove all hats. Thank you. Oh! Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles are the home team, however, on the scoreboard. Mississinewa will be the home team, and Oak Hill will be the visitors. This time, I'd like to introduce you to both starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Oak Hill Lady Golden Eagles. Starting at one guard, number 13, Kalina Selleck. Another guard, number 21, Carly Little. Third guard position, number 25, Abby Shaw. A forward, number 43, Taylor Wesley. And the other forward, number 45, Kate Warner. Lady Golden Eagles are coached by Todd Law. Now for the starting lineup, your Mississinewa Lady Indians. Starting at one guard, number 1, Riley McKee. At the other guard, number 22, Dara Watson. And one forward, number 2, Mia Katie. The other forward, number 14, Layton Emmons. And at center, number 21, Carly Bolser. Lady Indians are coached by Laura Friday.
So there you had the starting lineups brought to you by Mississinewa Public Address announcer Kirk McCollum and Riley Fuquay. Here we go. The 2020 Grant 4 Championship, Oak Hill, Mississinewa. Here we go.
Yep, this is going to be a great game. Mississinewa just has to play their game, and we can get it done, get this Grant 4 Championship here on our home court.
It'll be Taylor Westgate and Carly Bolser to tip off. Oak Hill in their home white uniforms trimmed in navy blue and gold. Mississinewa in their road red uniforms trimmed in white. Bolser Westgate, the tip is up and controlled by Oak Hill. They will move it from right to left with the basketball. This is Kalina Selleck over to Abby Shaw. Right now, Ryan, looks like the Lady Indians will kind of play a little bit of a man-to-man.
Yeah, smart here. And there's basket from Taylor Westgate. The Eagles look to get the ball to her all night.
So already 20 seconds in, Westgate with 2. Here's McKee, gets it off to Mia Katie. Katie over to McKee. She brings it back out. Watson in the corner. Lakin Emmons will fire a 2. This one long, no good. A rebound to Katie, and she missed it, and then she was called for a foul.
Fouls on Indian number 2, Mia Katie. That'll be her first foul in the Indians' first.
So now the Lady Indians look to press. This is Westgate. Westgate gets it off to Biddle. Carly will bring it back out and get it off to Kalina Selleck. Selleck in the corner, Shaw. This is Horniker. She will look. Now back out to Biddle. At the free throw line, this is Selleck, a jumper up and rattles in. And 2 points for Kalina Selleck. 4-0 Lady Eagle lead. Here's McKee with it. She'll get it across and almost threw it away, but Westgate had her toe on the line. 6:51 left to go, opening quarter of the 2020 Grant 4 Championship. Still kind of sounds weird to me to say 2020, but
oh yeah,
it's here.
Got to get used to it. New decade and new basketball.
Here is Watson, hands off to Mia Katie. Now she will dish it off to McKee. They work it around to Lakin Emmons. Now a cross-court pass and thrown away. That'll be the first turnover of the game for either team.
Bad pass there from Mississinewa. And as we say, Dara Watson is called for the reach-in foul.
You can't get Watson into foul trouble. She is your offensive leader.
Eagles will pass it in from the Mississinewa bench.
Lady Indians look to be in a 3-2 zone. And Watson is face guarding Abby Shaw, and a turnover here on Oak Hill.
You know, Dalton, in my opinion, this is a very good strategy here from Mississinewa Indians.
Yeah, if you want them to beat you, make them beat you from outside.
Yeah, you can't let them inside as they have 2 big threats that we obviously don't have.
Here is Mia Katie. She will almost throw it away. McKee goes and gets it. Now Emmons. Lakin gets it off Riley McKee. McKee will look, gets it off to Emmons. Emmons puts it on the floor, and she walked with it, and that will be turnover number 2 for Mississinewa. 4-0, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. It is Oak Hill with the lead. They are your defending Grant Ford champions and defending Class 2A girls state champs. Here's Carly Biddle. Gets it off to Selleck. Lady Indians back to the 3-2 zone. Now with it, this is Horniker. She will pull up with a 2-point jumper. No. A rebound to Westgate, goes up and puts it in. There's what we talked about, Riley. You've got to stop Taylor Westgate.
Yep, and that there was a little box out trouble there from the Indians. And in order to keep Taylor Westgate off the boards, you just got to box her out.
Here's Katie, cross court to Emmons. She will put it on the floor, go up with a 2-point jumper, and missed it. And ball was trying to be saved by Westgate.
Substitution here for the Lady Indians. Elena Webb will come in as Lakin Emmons will go to the bench.
Westgate tried to save it and lost it out of bounds. Now here's Watson in the corner, gets it off Webb. Wide open from downtown, connected.
First 3 points here for your Lady Indians. Elena Webb with the 3-pointer.
So Webb gets the Lady Indians on the board. It's a 6-3 Lady Eagle lead. Here's Abby Shaw. She can knock it down from anywhere in the gym. Now Biddle kicks it out. Now Selleck will launch one from deep. This one will be no good. A rebound to Abby Shaw.
Another mistake there from the Indians. They got to box out and just go back to fundamental basketball and get those rebounds.
Now Biddle, she'll get it off to Westgate. Pass was deflected off of Horniker, and it will go to the Lady Indians. That will be a turnover for Oak Hill.
Although this Oak Hill team has 6 points, this Lady Indians 3-2 zone is, in my opinion, working very well.
Right, it's forcing Oak Hill to think about where they want to pass it, because with a zone, you're double teaming more or less.
As we say that, Oak Hill comes back, and it looks to be that they are also in the zone.
Now Webb. Webb will bring it out. You're right, Oak Hill in a 2-3 zone, trying to keep the inside blocked, and it will be a turnover on McKee. Back the other way, this is Biddle. She almost walked and gets it off to Horniker inside Westgate. She will back down, go up with a left hand, missed it, and a rebound to Carly Bolser.
Another great stop there from the Indians as they will bring it up.
Now Webb in transition, a 3, way off the mark and an air ball. So this now is Biddle, back the other way. Biddle off to Horniker. Kate kicks it out to Selleck. And now Kalina will set up the Lady Eagle offense. Now the Lady Indians transition to the 2-3 zone. They keep changing the zone based on the way they're set up. Now Selleck, this is Biddle, a 2, and it is good. 8-3, Oak Hill with an early lead in this one. Watson across half court will pick up her dribble and get it off to Riley McKee. Riley will go inside, a wild shot, didn't like that one. And a rebound to Oak Hill. You know, Riley, I feel like the Lady Indians are just trying to force things.
Yeah, they're not playing smart basketball here. And that on Coach Law's part, that's a very good strategy to make them make those passes and end up in turnovers and missed shots and wild shots, and it's working for the Oak Hill Eagles right now.
Nikki Alston and I do not have a name for number 15 on Oak Hill, so I do apologize. Here is McKee, gets it off to Mia Katie. Now Katie will drive to the baseline right, go up with a floater, had it deflected, and a rebound to Kate Horniker. The Lady Indians have only made one shot this entire first quarter. With it, Biddle gets it off. I believe this is McDivitt is her last name. I'll try to find out her first name as we go on. It's Joy McDivitt. Joy McDivitt is number 15 for Oak Hill. And a jumper up by Horniker, no good. A rebound to Taylor Westgate. Here is Biddle. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Now Westgate goes up with a left hand and put it in. And Taylor Westgate with her 6th point of the game. It's a 10-3 lead.
That bucket came from yet another rebound from Taylor Westgate. I believe that's her 3rd offensive rebound, with not only that in the defensive column.
And Webb just went up with a floater, put it in, and you can put her at the line. She will go to the line and have a free throw. So good to see that from the 5'10 junior. I don't believe she's 5'10 though. That's what she's listed at. I don't think she is 5'10. She might be. The free throw for Webb is up and perfect. So like we said, Riley, Elena Webb starting off hot for the Lady Indians.
Yep, and that's what you need. She is your offensive threat now that Bolster is not in the lineup for the rest of the season, but you just got to give it to her and make that offense move around her.
90 seconds to play, opening quarter, a jumper up and good. That was Nikki Alston. A 6-point Lady Eagle lead. With it, this is McKee. Riley looks, picks up her dribble. She's looking for help. Still looking for help. Now she'll throw it in the corner. This is Webb. She will go inside, floater up off the glass, no, and a rebound to Abby Shaw.
Final minute here on the first quarter.
Working around, the Lady Eagles, cross-court pass. This is Joy McDivitt, had it blocked by Bolser and out of bounds. Returning to the Lady Eagle lineup will be Kate Horniker and Kalina Selleck. Taylor Westgate and Carly Biddle will take a break.
Now that you see that Taylor Westgate is coming out of the game, Indians got to take advantage of this short break from Westgate.
Pass. This is Horniker. She will back down, go up with a right hand, missed it, and a rebound to Mia Katie. Now Katie in transition, a pass to Webb. Almost lost it. She kicks it out. Now McKee to Watson. Over in the corner. Katie from downtown. No. Rebound to Kalina Selleck.
Like we said in the pregame show, that was fast-paced movement there from the Indians, but they just couldn't execute and get the bucket.
Now Selleck down to 20 seconds left in the opening quarter. In the corner is Horniker. Now Shaw works it over to Alston. Picks up her dribble. Selleck down to 7. Selleck with 5. Over to Horniker from mid-range, and she knocked it down. And at the end of one quarter, it is Oak Hill 14, Mississinewa 6. We're back in 30 seconds with the second quarter. This is the 2020 Grant 4 Championship live from Mississinewa High School. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School, and Riley Fuquay, after that first quarter, Mississinewa's going to have their hands full in this one.
Yeah, it is. It was a very rough start here from Mississinewa, and they just got to bounce back. And they gotta play their game. This first quarter looked very sloppy from the Indians. I think they're just getting used to this type of game. It's a championship game, and they got to play their own ball.
Yeah, and they definitely want to defend their home court.
Yeah, they do, and a pretty decent crowd here for the night, and we need to just step it up and play our game.
So, second quarter underway. This is Riley McKee. Over to Daryl Watson. Now Katie kicks it out. McKee, she will drive to the baseline, go up with a right hand, left it short, gets her own rebound, goes up, put it back in. So McKee with her first 2.
Yeah, very good possession there from the Indians, and it was just a great opportunity for the Indians to get in.
And Abby Shaw knocks down the 3 at the other end for Oak Hill. She gets her first 3 of the game. 17-8.
Now that Westgate's out, you gotta, like we talked about in the pregame show, you gotta guard Shaw on the outside.
Inside, Carly Bolser goes up, right hand, missed it, rebound Mia Katie. Now Watson working it around. McKee driving inside, right hand floater off the glass and in.
2 straight floaters there from McKee. That brings the Indians within 7.
With it, this is Biddle across half court. Left hand dribble in the corner, Abby Shaw. Kicking it out, this is Biddle. Lady Indians still in the zone. Over to Joy McDivitt. McDivitt working it around. She will go up, left hand, no. Rebound, Carly Bolser. Now McKee. Over to Mia Katie. In the corner, Webb. Lady Indians a chance to capitalize here. Now McKee in the corner, Webb. Now Bolser had it knocked away, and a foul going to be called on Kate Horniker. I believe that'll be Horniker's first.
That'll be Kate Horniker's first, and the Eagles' third. As we say, Mississinewa gets her own rebound. Mia Katie with the layup, and it's good. Indians now within 5, 6 minutes left in this first half.
Lady Indians starting to pick up the offensive intensity here in this second quarter, but like you said, that first quarter very sloppy.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get used to this kind of ball game, and they're knowing what they need to do, and Coach Friday is just getting a handle on Oak Hill as Westgate's out, and we just got to take advantage of all that.
And Selleck shuffled the puppies and walked with it. 3 turnovers for Oak Hill. That is unofficial. I haven't done a very good job keeping track of turnovers. So a 5-point Lady Eagle lead. A chance to cut it to 2 or 3. Here's Bolser. Inside, Katie up, right hand, puts it in, and the lead down to 3.
Indians have started off this second quarter very well as they are just getting inside and pounding it. Not usually what you would see from this Indian team, but now that there's not that much size from Westgate out there for the Eagles, they're taking advantage of it.
With it, shot up, McDivitt puts it in. 19-14, 5 minutes to go, opening half of the Grant Ford Championship. McKee over to Webb. Elena looking in the corner, Carly Bolser. Bolser to McKee. Riley to Katie, over to Daryl Watson. Inside, this is Bolser. Puts it on the floor, goes up, right hand, no. Rebound, Kate Horniker.
Carly Bolser, the Indians' one big threat in this game. She's got to step it up on the offensive side. Shaw with the three-point jumper, and it's nothing but net.
So that is Shaw's 6th point.
Webb will give it to Bolser in the corner.
Here is McKee. Now Webb. She will try to answer. No. Rebound, Watson. Now Katie. Back to Webb. Now McKee. McKee with it. Now Katie knocks down the triple. So just like that, the Lady Indians answer with a 3, and it's a 5-point Lady Eagle lead. Let's see, a foul going to be called on Riley McKee. That'll be her first. Team's third. 3:36 left to go, opening half. Pass inside, wide open, missed the bunny. That was Audrey Leak. Now McKee coming away with it. Out in transition, Riley will slow it down. Now Mia Katie, a 3-ball from deep, no. And Watson comes away with it. She goes inside, right hand, put it up, no, but she's hacked.
Watson will go to the line for 2 shots.
Daryl Watson is a pretty solid free throw shooter. You know, knock on wood, I didn't give her the announcer's jinx like I've done before.
Yeah, hopefully not, but as she misses the first one, I was going to say she's a very good free throw shooter, and she still is. But in this past, I believe this past week, her, Elena Webb, Colin Yoder, and Cree Young from the Mississinewa squad, they went to a free throw competition, and they actually won it for their team. Okay, we'll have it on their side. Horniker in the corner. She'll go in the middle.
Inside, no, rebound. That was Leak pulling out the rebound for Oak Hill. A 4-point game here.
Indians have done a very good job catching up and playing defense and getting it inside this quarter. Hopefully they can continue.
This is Audrey Leak. Leak with it out on the perimeter. She gets it off to Nikki Alston. Now Leak tried to shoot the 3, had it blocked by Mia Katie. Now McKee with it. Over to Mia Katie in the corner. Webb, wide open. 3-ball off the top of the backboard.
Missed opportunity there from the Indians, but they will go back and play defense.
2:10 left to go in the first half. Mississinewa trying to battle back, and a walk on Oak Hill. Audrey Leak took a couple extra steps.
Carly Biddle will come in for the Lady Eagles, as well as McDivitt.
2:05 left to go in the first half. Oak Hill with a 4-point advantage.
This is, in my opinion, the most important 2 minutes in this game for the Indians.
Carly Bolser had a look inside. I don't know if she just left it short, if she got fouled there, but a no call, and back the other way comes Oak Hill. This is Selleck. Had it stolen by Daryl Watson, and now Webb in transition. Webb back to Watson. I like how they slowed it down here. In the corner, Katie let it slip through her hands. (22-18). I think, Riley, if you can go to the half down 2, down 4, you're happy if you're Coach Friday after the first quarter you had.
Yeah, you got to be really content with this from the Indians. They have played this second quarter really well, as they have scored 12 points this second quarter compared to Oak Hill's maybe 5, I think.
No, it was 14-6.
Okay, 8.
So with it, this is Selleck. Selleck looking to get rid of it, and she threw it away. It'll be over and back. Oak Hill wants there to be a tip, and they threw it away. So now, again, another chance for Mississinewa to capitalize.
Yeah, Mississinewa's had quite a few chances in this final 2 minutes, as it's been 18-22 for quite some time, and they just got to take advantage in this possession.
Here is Bolser. She will go up. No, but she is fouled. And the foul will go against Kate Horniker, and that'll be her second. Carly Bolser will go to the line, a chance to cut it to 2 if she can knock both of these down.
This second quarter has been very kind of odd for the Indians, as you usually don't see them pound it down inside without Kaylee Bolser in the lineup, but they have been pounding it downside, and it's working for the Indians, so you just got to keep doing it.
Carly Bolser knocks down the first. One more for Carly. This one up, too strong, no good. Rebound, Mia Katie. She'll kick it out. Watson in the corner. Webb, two-pointer up and rolls around. McKee with the offensive rebound, puts it up and in, and it's a one-point game. 22-21, 15 seconds to play in the first half. With it, driving inside, Biddle will lose control, stepped out of bounds, and it's Lady Indians basketball. A chance to take the lead here.
Yeah, you got it. Coach Friday's got to take this opportunity. Oak Hill with the full court press, final 10 seconds here.
Here's Carly Bolzer. She will go up. Right hand missed it, and that is the way the first half will come to an end. At the end of the first half, the momentum has shifted, and the Lady Indians are roaring to life. At the halftime break, it's the Oak Hill Lady Eagles 22, the Mississinewa Lady Indians 21. A 2-minute timeout. We come back and give you the numbers for the Lady Indians. This is the Grant Ford Championship game live from Mississinewa High School. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School at the halftime break of the Grant Ford Championship game. It is Oak Hill ahead by one, 22-21. Riley, after the first quarter, things looked to be heading south for Mississinewa, but then in that second quarter, they turned it up, and they only trailed one at half.
Yeah, that first quarter was probably one of the sloppiest quarters I've seen from this Mississinewa Indians team. Is they've been doing really good this year. Is they're 8-6, and then they just played their ball and they started pounding it down below, and they went from trailing by 8 to trailing by 1 at halftime.
You know, we took some stats while during the first half, we will continue to take stats, and Riley, the individual scoring for the Oak Hill Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Colina Selick with 2 points. Number 21, Carly Biddle with 2 points. Number 23, Nikki Alston off the bench with 2 points. Abby Shaw with 2 threes. Number 43, Taylor Westgate with 6. And number 15, McDivitt with 2. And finally, number 45, Kate Horniker with 2.
Now taking a look at Mississinewa Riley.
Riley McKee coming in the starting lineup at the guard spot. She's got 6 points. Mia Katie with 7 points. Lakin Emmons starting with nothing, but hopefully we will see her develop and start scoring as the game goes on. Carly Bolser with 1 free throw. Dara Watson with 1 free throw. And to round it out, Elena Webb coming off the bench and scoring 6.
You know, and that kind of amazes me. Mia Katie stepping up and leading the team heading into the halftime break. She can flat score the basketball. Now, taking a look at the individual team numbers for Mississinewa, we didn't keep track of individual like shots and stuff for Oak Hill, just scoring for Oak Hill, but I did keep track of the shooting numbers for Mississinewa. In the first half, from the floor, Mississinewa was 8 of 25 shooting. That was only 32%. From three-point range, they are 2 of 7 for 28%. And from the free throw line, 3 of 5, shooting 60%. So hopefully in the second half for Mississinewa, things can pick up and they can shoot the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, those are not that good of numbers, but like we said, this first quarter was a very sloppy game. And just to see Mississinewa develop, and even with those numbers, they are only down 1 to a very good Oak Hill team. And Oak Hill, in my opinion, can't be shooting any better than Mississinewa, as they have been missing quite a few little easy shots.
Well, we are about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half, and, well, let's just take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back and give you the second half. At the halftime break, Oak Hill 22, Mississinewa 21. The second half comes up right after this. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School, start of the second half. And Riley Fuquay, a game that has flown by. We tipped this one off about 40 minutes ago, and man, I'm telling you, this game has flown by.
Yeah, this has been a very fast-paced game, and it's a good game, and we're going to have some good action here from the Lady Eagles and the Lady Indians here in this third and fourth quarter.
Well, 16 minutes to determine who will be the 2020 Grant 4 champions. Here we go. Oak Hill moving from left to right. With it is Shaw. Lost it. And this is Selleck. Picking it up. Now Biddle over to Shaw. Abby in the corner to Westgate. Now Selleck working it around. Here's Shaw. Shaw with it. Gets it back to Biddle. She will pull up. Almost took the three. Gets it inside Westgate, and a reach-in foul going to be called on Mia Katie.
Like we said, you got to be patient in that situation. You're just not going to get a steal, especially from a very good player in Taylor Westgate, and you just got to be patient and let her get that ball and maybe get that steal maybe 5 seconds later.
Elena Webb checks in to Mississinewa. 3 for Biddle, knocks it down. Here's McKee.
A little bit of pressure here from Oak Hill.
Watson tried to get it in the corner to a wide open Elena Webb, but that didn't work. Now Webb will take one from deep. No good. Rebound, Taylor Westgate. Webb is now 1 for 5 from three-point range. Biddle inside, Horniker up.
Oh.
No, but she's fouled.
Looked to be a block, but whistle is blown and foul will be called.
You can't get down too far if you're Mississinewa in this quarter. Because you only have one to come fighting back.
Yeah, you don't want to have to do that because time is limited in this game. As we have seen, the Lady Eagles can slow this game down and they can just make a possession last 30 seconds, 40 seconds, up to maybe a minute, and you just can't get down and let that happen to you.
Horniker knocks down 1 of 2 from the line. Now Webb to Mia Katie, free throw line jumper up, and it goes in. A 3-point game.
Katie leading the Indians with 9 points here in this ball game.
Pretty nice crowd for the girls. Now Shaw. Shaw, 2-point jumper up. No good. Rebound Mia Katie. Now to McKee. Riley driving inside, goes up. Right hand, puts it in. Back to 1. 26-25. Here is Kalina Selleck. Selleck with it. Over to Biddle. Now Westgate. Inside, Horniker. Shot up, no. And off of Westgate, and it's going to Mississinewa. So now you've got to stop and your chance to take your first lead of the game.
Yeah, this is a big possession here for the Indians. They have the momentum right now, and they just got to keep it going and keep scoring these buckets, getting it down low, and doing whatever they can to take the lead.
Here is Webb. Elena will work it around and threw it away. Now Selleck to Shaw. Abby, cross-court pass. This is Carly Biddle. She put it on the floor, bring it back out, and almost had it taken away by Darryl Watson. Biddle still with it. Gets it off to Kate Horniker. Now Biddle. Out to Selleck. Kalina will look. Westgate trying to get inside. With it. Biddle in the corner. Selleck, now Horniker to Westgate. Westgate goes up, puts it off the glass, and puts it in. And that is why she is so tough to defend. She makes it look easy.
Yep. And as we saw in the early points of that possession, Mia Katie was guarding Taylor Westgate, and she was locking her up. And I think in this game, you just got to keep Katie on Westgate and just keep her locked up, because right when that switch happened, Bolser was guarding Westgate. Westgate scored.
Right. So Carly Biddle picking up the foul, and Riley McKee will now go to the line for 2. Free throw up, and no good for Riley McKee. One more for Riley. It will be up, and also no good. Biddle taking it and throwing it away. That was Bolser there to take it. Now McKee, and a foul going to be called on Carly Biddle. I was wondering why there was a stoppage in the game there, but Riley, with that last rebound, if you didn't hear in the background there of Kirk McCollum, with the last rebound, Taylor Westgate just became the all-time leading rebounder in Oak Hill girls basketball history. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment, as there's been many great athletes coming through Oak Hill in their basketball. And just to get that at this point of her season, it's pretty early, kind of in the middle of the season, and she's just going to keep extending that rebound record.
She is a phenomenal player.
Yeah, very great player. Her and her team have gone to state 2 years in a row, and she looks to just take her team as far as she did last year.
And Katie shuffled the old puppies. And it's a turnover.
Indians got to keep those turnovers down. They have had quite a few turnovers, and they're just losing time and losing opportunities that they have had to take over this game.
Now Selleck with it. Kalina gets it off to Abby Shaw. Now Shaw in the corner. This is Biddle. Westgate in the post. She will get it. Put it on the floor. Go up with a nice up and under with a left hand. Missed it, and a foul.
Very good defense there from Katie once again, but she got passed on that great move from Westgate.
That is Carly Bolser's second foul. And the first free throw up for Westgate is good. And, well, you would expect that. One more for number 43, and this one's also good. She has 10. Now with it is Riley McKee. 3:29 and counting left to play in the third. Now Watson in the corner. Mia Katie. Katie out to McKee. Riley working it around. Back to Mia. Inside, this is Carly Bolser. She will go up. Missed it. Gets her own rebound. Had it knocked away, and it's staying with Mississinewa.
That was a great pass there from Mississinewa, but just missed opportunity there from Carly Bolser.
She has struggled inside.
Yeah, I just don't see, as we've seen, getting it inside to Bolser is not working. So I would just either get it into another player or keep it outside for the Indians. The Indians still trail by 5, 3:05 left in the third quarter.
With it. That's Horniker. Over to Abby Shaw. And off of Webb, staying with Oak Hill.
Biddle will pass it in under the basket for the Eagles. She'll get it into Westgate. Westgate being guarded by Bolser. It'll roll out. Horniker with the rebound, and it'll go in.
She, I believe, now has 5, if I'm correct.
Yep, that's what I got.
Now Watson.
Indians trail by 7 now. Got to get a bucket here.
McKee inside, right hand, put it up and in. You've got to have that.
Yep, she's been doing that all game, and it's working, so got to keep doing it for the Indians.
She's now got 10, if I can count. With it is Selleck. Kicks it out, Biddle. Now Biddle at the free throw line. Will look, gets it off Horniker. Now Kate kicks it out, Selleck. And Westgate goes down, and she gets back up. Selleck with it. Down to 2 minutes left in the third. Selleck looking in trouble, gets it off to Biddle. Or rather, that was Shaw. And a foul going to be called on Darrell Watson.
That'll be her second foul. Team's 4th here in the second half.
Here's Shaw.
Lady Indians got to stay patient on those steals as it's just not working for them here in this game.
And an offensive foul going to be called, I believe, on Selleck. No, it's going to be on number 21, Carly Biddle.
Illegal screen there for Biddle. Indians will take possession of the ball. Down 5, minute 47 left in this third quarter of play.
Five-point Lady Eagle lead. With it, Bolser. Now McKee to Mia Katie. Katie, cross-court Webb, and she walked. Down to a minute and 20. With it, inside Westgate. Westgate up, left hand, no, but she's fouled. Foul's going to be on number 32, Elena Webb. Free throw up and good for Taylor Westgate. How many is that for her, Riley?
That is 11 for Westgate, looking to be 12.
Boy, she missed it. Wow.
Westgate stands with 11 points for the Eagles, leading them.
Mia Katie for 3, got it!
It's good. Katie with her second 3. That'll take her to 10 points.
33-30. Lady Indians trail by 3. They're not going anywhere. Still in it. Now Shaw will pick it up, get it off to Selleck, working it around. This is Carly Biddle. Now Biddle with it. Good defense here by the Lady Indians, Riley.
Yeah, it's very, very good defense, and they just got to keep it up because that's what's going to win you this ball game.
Now Selleck with an air ball out in transition. This is Mia Katie. Had it knocked away, picks it back up. Now McKee driving inside, goes up, reverse layup, put it in!
Indians trail by 1 with the bucket from McKee.
She has 12. The lead is 1.
Final 10 seconds here of this third quarter. Crowd is crazy. There will be a foul call. Fouls on Lady Indian, number 32, Elena Webb. That'll be her second foul.
Coach Friday yelling to her team, 1 stop.
That's all it takes in this ball game as they are only down one bucket.
Here is Biddle to Westgate. Westgate inside, right hand, no. Rebound, Horniker, and they say no good. And at the end of 3, Riley Fuquay, we've got a nail biter. At the end of 3, Oak Hill 33, Mississinewa 32. Back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter. Well, Riley Fuquay, here we go with the fourth quarter as we are back here at Mississinewa High School. Mississinewa will start with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And Riley was just talking off the air. The Lady Indians haven't had a lead, so now's their chance.
They haven't had a lead this game, and they've been down by 1 point a lot of this game, and they just haven't taken opportunities that well, and they've got to execute.
Webb's 3 off the mark. 1 of 6 from deep for Webb. Now Selleck. Selleck with it. Defended by McKee. Now Shaw goes up. Horniker, ball knocked around, and it's going to be off of Abby Shaw going to Mississinewa.
Shaw had a good look in there to Westgate, and Horniker went in and tried to get that pass because she thought it was for her, and then it ended up in a turnover for the Eagles.
Now for Mississinewa, you've got to capitalize.
Yep.
Down the stretch, every possession is important.
Yep, every possession will count as time is ticking away very fast, as we've already been in for almost a minute of this final quarter of play.
Watson inside, Carly Bolser goes up, blocked by Westgate.
Very good look inside for the Indians, but I just don't see the point as Bolser's outsized by quite a few inches by Westgate.
Now with it, this is Carly Biddle. She will drive to the baseline right, go inside. Kate Horniker goes up, puts it in. And give Kate Horniker her 7th point of the game. It's a 3-point Lady Eagle lead, 35-32. Watson over to McKee. Riley with it. Gets it off to Carly Bolser. Inside pass, Mia Katie up, puts it in. 35-34. And Mia Katie having a phenomenal game. 35-34. One stop is all they need. Now Selleck with it. Gets a screen. She will stop. Pick up her dribble. Cross court. Kate Horniker kicks it out to Carly Biddle. She dribbles to the baseline left and brings it back out. Good defense here by Ole Miss.
Yep. Usually you would say Eagles are slowing down this game, but this has just been good defense from the Indians.
With it. Now Horniker will take a mid-range jumper. No, and a rebound to Carly Bolser, and a jump ball possession will stay with Oak Hill. That was a good play by Taylor Westgate.
Yeah, it was a great defensive possession from the Indians, and they got that rebound, and Bolser just held it back for just too many seconds as Westgate was able to get a control of that ball.
And Joy McDivitt checks in for Oak Hill. Now Westgate up, puts it in.
Westgate leading the Eagles with 13 as the Eagles are up 3, 37-34.
Timeout, Mississinewa. It's 37-34, 5:23 left to go in the ball game. Oak Hill leads. We're back in 30 seconds. This is the Grant 4 Live from Mississinewa High School. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School, fourth quarter of the Grant 4 Championship. 37-34 Oak Hill with the lead. Here is Riley McKee in the corner to Webb. Now McKee looking for Katie there. Lost it. Gets it off to McKee. Riley. Lady Indians got to get going here.
Yep, there's only 5 minutes left in this game, and that 5 minutes is going to lose. It's going to move fast, especially if you're turning over the ball like that.
Westgate out to Selleck. Now Selleck gets it off to Abby Shaw. Over to McDivitt. Joy gets it off to Westgate. Now Westgate to Selleck.
Eagles are going to look to slow this game down now that it's under 5 minutes and they're up 3.
Looked like she might have walked there. A 3 from Carly Biddle. No rebound, Elena Webb. We got a score here.
Yep, very big possession here for the Indians.
Webb, a 3 in the tie. Got it!
Another 3 from Webb.
2 of 7 for Webb, and the biggest 3 of the game.
Tie ball game here in Gas City, 4 minutes left.
McDivitt, no. Rebound Westgate. Picks up the dribble. Out to Selleck. Now this is Biddle. She will dribble inside and out to Divitt. Now Westgate on the floor. She will go up. Left hand puts it in.
That's a great move there from Westgate. Unstoppable as she was being guarded by 4 Indian players down below.
15 points for Taylor Westgate. Putting the team on her back. Now McKee. Riley. To Daryl Watson. Watson, nice. Almost had Carly Bolser. I almost said nice pass because Bolser was there. And now Selleck to Shaw. Shaw inside. Lost the dribble. And a foul going to be called.
What a great game we have here.
I believe that was on Watson. That is her 3rd. Abby Shaw at the line for a 1 and bonus. These are crucial for Oak Hill. Free throw up and missed it. Rebound Carly Bolser and a foul on Abby Shaw. No, that's going to be on Biddle. Down 2, 3:05 to go. Riley Fuquay.
This is going to be a very important possession here for the Indians. They got to score and get this game tied up, or else Oak Hill's just going to walk it out and run this time away.
Here's Watson. Dara. Double team. Now Katie. Mia in the corner. McKee. McKee settles down, brings it out. Now Mia Katie inside.
And it's good!
And put her at the line.
Katie ties the ball game for the Indians, and she will go to the line for the first Indians lead of tonight's game.
And I didn't realize that. Yes, sir, indeed. In a timeout. 2:37 left to go in the ball game. 39-39 and a free throw for Katie. We will be back in 1 minute. This is the 2020 Grant 4 live from Mississinewa High School. And welcome back to Gas City, Indiana, home of the Mississinewa Lady Indians. And a chance, Riley Fuquay, to take their first lead of the game. And we just talked about off the air just a moment ago during the break, Mia Katie putting the team on her back, only a sophomore.
Yep, this is a great game from Katie, as she has proved that she can do something for this Indians team. Only a sophomore. She has 16 points going to the line for the Indians' first lead of the night. And it's up and it's good. Indians take their first lead. Katie with 17 points.
So, the first lead of the game for Ole Miss, like you said, Riley. Now McDivitt, Joy with it. She will look. Dribbling inside, pass off of Selleck, taken away. The Lady Indians with the basketball. Coach Friday says slow down.
Yep, this has been a very fast-paced game, and now you just got to slow it down and get a good quality bucket here for the Indians.
Now Watson, Dara with it, working it around. 2 minutes to go. Now McKee goes up, floater, no. Rebound, tipped around and brought out by Biddle, and now she will go to the line because of a Bolster foul.
Indians in foul trouble, and you just can't foul in these type of moments, as the Eagles, if they make this first one, have a chance to go up and take this lead back from the Indians with the second.
Carly Biddle will be at the line. Checking in, Kate Horniker. Biddle, free throw, perfect.
Tie ball game at 40 apiece, a minute 54 left in this final quarter.
One more for Carly Biddle. Up, rolls in, and good for the junior. Now here's McKee. Lady Indians down one. And Watson almost lost it. Now McKee over to Webb. Back to McKee. Riley to Webb for three. Got it! Elena Webb connects on a three, and she is hit back to back. And the Lady Indians with a 2-point lead. 90 seconds to play.
Indians with their second lead of the night, up 2 now with a minute 20 left. And it's a turnover by Oak Hill.
Shaw has just thrown the ball out of bounds. Riley Fuquay, things falling apart for Oak Hill.
We've got a ball game here.
A minute and 20 seconds to go in this Grant Ford Championship. Can you believe what you are watching?
No, this is crazy. Indians, the height difference, you just don't even see this really being a close game, but the Indians have powered through and fought like we talked in the pregame, and they are just doing a great job tonight and fighting, and they are up 2 with a minute 20 to one of the better teams here in Grant County, and this is just going to be a great finish here.
I am excited to see what happens in the next minute and 20 seconds, because let me tell you what, if Ole Miss pulls away with this victory, this place is going to erupt.
Yep, if Mississinewa wins this game, like you said in the pregame show, this will be the first Grant 4 in 20 years for Mississinewa, as Oak Hill looks to go back-to-back right here on Friedenberger Court.
Now Webb. Webb with it. Gets it off to Watson. Dara had it taken away. Down to a minute. Here's Shaw. Shaw inside. Horniker up. No.
Horniker will go to the line for 2 shots to tie this ball game. 54 seconds left in this final quarter.
I believe that was Riley McKee picking up the foul, and that will be her second foul of the game. Kate Horniker at the line. Free throw up. No good.
Oak Hill can only get one here. They trail by 2 points.
54 seconds to go. One more for Kate Horniker. Up. Perfect. Now Watson. 53 seconds and counting, a 1-point Lady Indian lead. And a timeout for Mississinewa, and I think that's probably a good one.
Yep, that did not look very hopeful for it there from the Indians. I thought that pass was going to be a turnover, but somehow ended up in the hands of Webb, and Coach Friday calls the timeout.
48.3 left to go in the game, a 1-point Lady Indian advantage. We will step aside, 30 seconds, come back, and unwrap this outstanding and wild basketball game. This is the 2020 Grant 4 Championship live from Mississinewa High School.
Welcome back to Gas City, home of the Mississinewa Indians. What a game we have here, Dalton.
Absolutely. 44 seconds to go, and McKee is going to be a jump ball. Mississinewa will keep possession. Holy cow.
Mississinewa cannot let that happen again, as Mississinewa just took possession of that jump ball, so now Oak Hill would take possession, and they just got to keep a hold of the ball.
Here is Watson. Watson with it across the timeline. Dara has got to get rid of it. And a moving screen going to be called on Riley McKee, and a 1-and-1 coming for Oak Hill.
What a call there from the officiating crew, but we can't do nothing. Coach Law takes the timeout, and we will be back here. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball in Gas City.
So welcome back to Mississinewa High School, and what we have unfolding here is absolutely bonkers.
Yes, this is a crazy game. 33 seconds left in this final quarter of play. Mississinewa leads the Oak Hill Eagles 43-42, looking to get their first Grant 4 championship in 20 years.
Unbelievable. 43-42 with it. Here is Shaw. Shaw with it. You know they're going to Westgate. You already know that. Here she is. Taylor will kick it out. Shaw in the corner. Selleck walked. And Mississinewa will have the basketball with 16 and a half seconds to play.
Mississinewa crowd goes crazy as the walk is called. Mississinewa will have possession of the ball with 16 and a half seconds left.
You've got to get it across half court. Here is Katie and McDivitt.
It's blocked. A block.
Webb with the block, and then she's fouled. What an outstanding play by Elena Webb.
I got scared there for a second as Mississinewa just had an easy turnover, and McDivitt almost got that easy layup, and Webb comes out of nowhere and swats it away.
And there's going to be a timeout here. Let's see. It's going to be a full timeout for Oak Hill. 12 seconds to play. 43-42, back in 60 seconds. This is the Grant 4 live from Mississinewa High School. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. The inbounds pass coming from Webb. Here is McKee, and a foul. And I believe one more, and Mississinewa will be in the, no, they are in the bonus right here. These are huge.
Yep, these are almost probably the most important free throws of Riley McKee's career.
You've got to hit at least one of these, Ryan. Or why do I keep saying Ryan? Riley.
Yeah, this is very important. You got to go up at least one possession, because if you don't go up to the the Eagles are gonna tie this game or get it.
And there it is. The lead is now 2. So at least if Oak Hill goes down and they can score a 2, it's tied. If she hits this one, they've got to hit a 3. Up. And no good. Fighting for the rebound. And it is going to be
a timeout.
A timeout for Oak Hill.
Oak Hill will have the ball with 8.2 seconds left, trailing the Lady Indians 44-42 after this timeout.
Welcome back, Riley Fuquay. Here we go, 8.2 to go. Indians with a 2-point lead. Ball, here is Shaw. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Westgate up, no, and guess what? 20 years, no more. The Mississinewa Indians are your 2020 Grant 4 champions.
What a great feat accomplished here tonight in Gas City. Indians win a thriller 44-42. This is your final here on Friedenberger Court.
Riley Fuquay, I am going to head down to the court, get some post-game reaction.
Yep, this is going to be a great reaction here from Coach Friday and her team as they have won the first Grant 4 title in Mississinewa history in 20 years. What a feat accomplished. A great finish here to tonight's ball game. The Eagles and the Mississinewa Indians will pray it out. Great to see in a very good fought basketball game here from two great teams.
For the 2020 Grant 4.
All right, just make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yep, got it.
All right, I'm going.
All right. You heard it there from public address announcer Kermit McCollum. Mississinewa Indians win the Grant 4 title in girls basketball with a win over the Oak Hill Golden Eagles 44-42. Mississinewa wins their first Grant 4 in 20 years. What a great feat. Right now we are waiting for my partner here, Dalton Bishop, he is going to get an interview from either one of the coaches or a player. We'll see what he does. What a Indians cheer at center court as they are handed
Wireless test 1, 2.
Indians go crazy as they get the trophy from the Eagles as it was handed over by Taylor Westgate. Chance Young will bring out the ladder for the Indians to cut down the net. Waiting here for Dalton Bishop to get an interview. While we are waiting for Dalton Bishop to get a little hearing from Coach Friday, let's go back and look at the stats. Number 1, Riley McKee had 13 points. Mia Cady leading the Indians tonight with 2. As I say that, we are here, and Dalton Bishop is getting Elena Webb on the interview. We will flip to her here in just 1 second.
Thanks so much, Riley. Down here on the court with Elena Webb, and 8.2 seconds on the clock, and they steal the ball, they go up, and you block it. You guys go into a timeout there. You win the game with 12 points and 2 crucial threes and a really big free throw to give you guys the lead. Just kind of walk us through those last 2 minutes. That had to be crazy.
Yeah, it really was. I was just thinking in my head, like, gotta make this for my team. Like, we've wanted this so badly, just gotta make it.
This is the first girls Grant 4 championship in almost 20 years. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot. I'm so proud of our team. We worked so hard for this.
Talk to me about, now that you've won the Grant 4, what are some goals moving forward the rest of the season?
Sectionals. Win the rest of our season and then come out strong in sectionals.
Well, Elena, congratulations. Good job tonight.
Thank you so much.
We'll send it back up to Riley Fuqua, and I will try to track down Coach Laura Friday as she is with the 860 ESPN radio right now.
You heard it there from Dalton Bishop and Elena Webb. What a great game there from Elena Webb as she just led this Indians squad to a very good game. Tonight, Elena Webb had 12 points for the Indians, not even the leading scorer, but very impactful in tonight's game. Dalton Bishop will wait for Coach Friday as she, like you heard him say, she's with the ESPN 860 right now. As you can see, Indians cutting down the nets for this very, very amazing feat here tonight. Indians win the Grant 4 championship 44-42 against the Oak Hill Eagles. First Grant 4 in 20 years for the Mississinewa Indians. Sorry for the delay here, waiting to get a little player interview from Dalton Bishop down on the court. Players enjoying this amazing Okay, sounds good. All right. Just heard it from Dalton Bishop. Laura Friday and her Indians, as we just witnessed, won the Grant 4 for Mississinewa. She is doing a newspaper interview right now, and she will be done in about 2 minutes. And Dalton Bishop will have the interview. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the interview with Coach Friday. Welcome back, and here we have Dalton Bishop and Laura Friday down on the court live.
Thanks so much, Riley, and we are now standing with the victorious coach, Laura Friday. And Coach, we talked about before the game, you are now a Grant 4 champion. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What does this mean for you in your first year as the head coach of this Lady Indians basketball team? You talked about the fight. They never gave up. They were down 8 points at the end of that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it means more for the girls, truly. When Kaylee went out, we kind of got deflated a little bit, and I think this proves to our team that anybody can step up, and we can do it with or without certain people. But we are a complete team, 100% complete team, and I'm so proud of these girls.
How about Mia Katie putting this team on her back? Ended with 17 points unofficially.
She played amazing. I mean, all of our guards really did, and then 17 points, and she face guarded Taylor Westgate the whole entire game. So that's very impressive.
Talk about the last 8 seconds. They go down there, Westgate gets the ball, they're going all over the place, and then she actually gets up a pretty good look. What's going through your mind at that point?
Well, we were going to stick to our triangle and two, and we knew they'd probably get a shot up, but we knew that we were going to get that last rebound. Last time we played Oak Hill, we lost on an offensive rebound, so the girls knew we had to get that last rebound, and even though Carly Bolzer didn't have the best game of her career, she got that last rebound, and that's all that matters.
If you take a look here, kind of unofficially with your scoring, you had McKee with 13, Katie with 17, and Elena Webb with 12. We kind of talked about Elena. What a great job she does on the perimeter for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. She's confident when she shoots, and that's what we need. We need people to knock down shots, and she does that every single time. She has at least a couple each game. So just having 3 people in double figures is really good for us. That's what we need every single game to try to be victorious.
We talked about boxing out. What did you think of the effort in this game?
I don't know what the total numbers were. If you do, let me know. But, hey, we got the last one, and that's all that matters.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Riley, we will send it back up to you. I'm going to try to chase down Mia Katie.
You heard it there from Dalton Bishop and Coach Friday. What an amazing interview there. As you heard Coach Friday just talk about her amazing win. That's just amazing for her, and that she can just accomplish that 20 years in the making, and the Indians capture their first Grant 4 after 20 years. We are going to head back down to Dalton Bishop. Dalton Bishop with Mia Katie this time. Here it is.
Okay, just hold us up.
So welcome back to Mississinewa High School, down here with Mia, Katie, and Mia, talk about this Grant 4 championship. You guys haven't won a Grant 4 championship in almost 20 years, and you're able to do that here tonight. What an outstanding job, first off, on Taylor Westgate. And then on the offensive end, you ended with 17 points. You put the team on your back. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was definitely a sweet victory to get after like 20-some years of not winning this championship. And this was going to be their 4th year in a row winning this Grant 4, and we obviously didn't want that to happen, and we wanted to stop Taylor Westgate we wanted to slow her down because, she's gets the offense going and the defense. She's obviously a very good player, and we just wanted to slow her down a little bit.
What is it like to be dealt with that assignment? Because everybody knows Taylor Westgate's a phenomenal player, and you face guarded her the entire game. I know you've got to be worn out.
I was, but I had so much adrenaline going that I wasn't really thinking about it. She's obviously very good, and it wasn't super easy, but most of the time we got the job done, so it doesn't really, as long as we got the job done, it doesn't really matter.
So 8 seconds left, and Westgate goes up. She had a pretty good look, and you were able to stop her again. And when that final buzzer sounds, what's that reaction like? How does that feel?
It's unbelievable. Like I didn't feel like it was real for a second, and it's a great feeling. I hope we can do it again.
Mia, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
You heard it there from Dalton Bishop. What a great accomplishment by the sophomore Mia Katie. 17 points on the night, leading the Indians. It looks to be that Dalton will get one more interview with Dara Watson. Here we go. We'll go back down, right back to him.
With Dara Watson, and
hold on, I gotta cut my necklace out.
Dara, the stat sheet, you have 1 point, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't on the stat sheet that people don't really realize, because if they're at home watching or they didn't get a chance to watch, there's stuff that you won't see on the stat sheet. But talk about the task of having to face guard Abby Shaw for the entire game. You did a phenomenal job on her.
Yeah, it was. It was frustrating because I did it the whole game and it was really hard, but I just had to be. Had to be like fast and just focus on her. Basically, defense was the focus of my game tonight. I had to not let her score.
So those last 8 seconds, I mean, obviously the last minute got really hectic and really crazy. You and Riley having to bring the ball up the court. How challenging was it for you to have to bring the ball up the court in this type of a situation?
It was kind of challenging because, usually Riley, she gets it, she's good, and no one has to help her. But what they were doing, she needed help, but we did it, so.
What does this mean to you to be a Grant 4 champion?
It means so much because we haven't won one in how long?
It's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, so it's a great feeling.
Well, Derek, congratulations.
Thank you.
We will send it back up to you, Riley, and I think I'm going to be done down here, and that wraps it up for me down here.
You heard it there from Dalton Bishop, the final interview with Dara Watson. What a great night for the Indians. We will wrap it up here. Thank you for tuning in to this long day here at Grant 4 in the girls basketball. Thank you for tuning in all day, and we hope you have a blessed night. Thank you for tuning in and watching Lady Indians win their first Grant 4 in basketball. This is the Tribe Sports Network.